So we define the energy instead of being, and so emanating the natural energy from self-being.
Yeah, so again, you know, people again interpret emanation, let's say they use this word energy. Now, consciousness has its own power, but consciousness is so much beyond the power and energy in, again, our human context. Because we perceive, let's say, light and the waves, and we say, okay, these are gamma rays, and these are ultraviolet rays, and these are infrared, and this is the spectrum of the light which is perceived by our eyes. Now, why do we divide? Again, because we are not able to have this, you know, undifferentiated perception or the wholesome perception of everything. We don't see that all of this is a kind of a natural ability of consciousness to emanate. The consciousness emanates, it has certain emanation, which in the physical reality we perceive as these waves, but maybe on another subtlety we would not perceive them as such. There would be something else. And so as long as we're in the human context, seeing everything from a human perspective, we cannot know any science. All our sciences, again, are limited by the human perception of reality. Our physics is limited by that. Our machines, our instruments, everything is limited by that. So we cannot, if we do not perceive the root, like you said, within ourselves, how can we see the whole tree and the branches and actually even the energetic body of the tree? We don't even think probably that the tree has an energetic body, or the stone, or even the table or desk we're using every day, because that desk has that energy field as well, or whatever emanation you may call it. You know, the words mislead, they put people into different concepts. Okay, this guy used this word, and forget about the words, just perceive the idea that the table that you're using every day is filled up with your energy, with your thoughts, with your emotions. It's living in a, how do you call this, in a synergy with you. Of course, you define your, like the use, the conscious use of this desk or application, but the desk, your touch, your application of the desk is recorded there, because your impact, your appearance next to the desk affects its molecules, its atoms, the movement there. That's why with time there are scratches on the desk, there are other things, right? So this is what we have to be aware. When we become aware of deeper layers of this manifested reality, it's because we've become also a little bit aware of deeper essence of self. Yet it's not the very root, it's just the beginning. But that root, to give you a clue, is that very essence that keeps it all together on the material and subtle levels. But yet it is not bound to any level, to any dimension. It's the primordial essence of existence, you understand? It's the very essence, natural essence of consciousness. And that's why this essence of consciousness can manifest anything, any power. And this is coming back to your question about all these powers and siddhis and natural abilities of consciousness. Consciousness, it is not any natural abilities and natural powers and achievements spiritual. When you come to the natural perception of self, consciousness starts exhibiting all its natural abilities to the depth you are aware of self. So that depth starts penetrating the physical and the subtle. The subtle, which is closer, like you can say, energetic body. So it starts penetrating and you start having abilities, that of the consciousness, but in the body. So the body starts maybe moving in a certain way, maybe becoming lighter, becoming heavier. All these abilities are abilities of consciousness. They are not supernatural abilities which are obtained from something or the force there, the very natural direct abilities of natural consciousness. And in this day and age, to really come back to the natural consciousness is very rare and very, very difficult because of the complexity of mind, because of this division within ourselves. That's all.